Hi, I'm Ruth Shapira. I'm happy you decided to be here. Welcome to this episode of Innerjudaism, a podcast where you experience the spiritual beauty of Judaism and the meaning it has for your own life. This week, we're entering the Hebrew month of Elul, a time of introspection before the high holidays. What just came to mind when I said the word introspection? Most of us think of it as a time to be self-critical. We could have done better. We shouldn't have acted that way. We should have known better. We acted poorly. Well, today I'd like to reframe your thinking a little bit. I hope you'll join me. Ready? Let's learn the deeper spiritual meaning of this month. First, find a comfortable place to sit where you won't be interrupted. Turn off or tune out other distractions. Really give this your whole focus. And turn on that portion of your brain that's open to new ideas and new ways of thinking. I think it's important to be in the present moment. So let's just notice our breath. On the inhale and exhale, notice your chest rising and falling, and relax into the rhythm of your own breathing. And do this a few more times. As you let thoughts go through you, begin to listen to the quiet. Not only the quiet around you, but the quiet of your own inner voice. Listen to your own inner being. Send loving and warm thoughts to your inner being. Think about the person you are and all your good qualities. Feel that you are loved. That's where we're going to start. We're entering the month of Elul, a month that the spiritual masters say we can feel God's presence the most, that God is the closest to us. If the word God puts you off, and I can understand that, then think of your own way to describe the oneness of the universe. The one, Hashem, Creator. There are many choices. But focus on the fact that in your inner core, you may feel part of something greater. And it helps to name that special feeling that you have. The Hebrew letters that form the word Elul are Aleph, Lamed, Vav, and another Lamed. Some say that these letters are an acronym for the expression in Hebrew, Ani L'Dodi V'Dodi Li. I am my beloved, and my beloved is mine. Love is within you and emanates outward. But there's also a love that is around you that you could enter, that can enter into you as well. Every morning in Elul, the shofar is blown as a stark reminder of waking up to that reality. And we can wake up to the idea of making the coming year better than the past. Elul is the month of preparation for the high holidays. Elul is the month that we need to feel the love in order to do the work of elevating ourselves to a higher level. No one feels like undergoing a transformation, no matter how small, in an environment of criticism, even self-criticism. So it's helpful to begin by feeling the love for yourself. And then you can begin to think about change. Very small changes. but change doesn't happen without intention. The idea of changing ourselves, even for the better, is so overwhelming. I mean, we're barraged with ideas for change every day. Healthier food, eat this, not that. Better ways to exercise, do it this way, not that way. Ways of tracking our sleep, our steps, not this many steps, but this many steps. Our heart rate. There's even ways of tracking the nutrients that are in every bite that we take. Did I get enough of this? Did I get enough of that? We're so overprogrammed. It's crazy. So if we're already doing, or at least trying to do so much, aren't we living with a certain amount of change exhaustion? Enough already. But the reality is that all the scrolling, all the tracking, all the following doesn't really make us any happier. What makes us happy is a feeling of connection, of meaning in our life. And that comes from engaging with our deepest reality, our soul. Our daily lives make sure that there's no room for this kind of thinking. The noise that we experience comes from everywhere and prevents us from paying attention to what we really need to. Often, our immediate response to any stress is to zone out in front of a device or TV. But we're no better off afterward because we've avoided connecting with our inner core. There's a yearning that you might feel, a feeling that you are more than your outward reality. Rabbi Simcha Zissel Ziv says that the way to train ourselves to grow spiritually is to pay attention to even the most trivial matters. When we grow from each minor life event, he says, we will eventually reach higher levels of perfecting ourselves. So it means reflection on even the most trivial things that we're engaged in, not just mindlessly going from one thing to the next, but thinking and processing. Was it meaningful for us? Was it helpful for us? Did we grow from this? But in this process, be careful. Don't allow the voice of the critic to barge in. Only focus on the goodness that you already are, the love that is already inside you, your pure entity, your good self. And at the core, that you are loved. And as you feel this love, imagine also that you are emanating this love outward. And in that process, think about what trait of yours would allow you to more readily give this light of love that you already have to others in a fuller way. Is it patience? Is it honoring others? Maybe comparing yourself to others less? Having more gratitude? Pick only one small thing that you'd imagine would allow your love to flow more freely. Imagine yourself with this trait that you have, and it's within your control. This is from a place of love, not criticism, not negativity, not derision. Think of how you might take one tiny, small step every single day to be able to master this trait. What is one very small tweak in this month of Elul that you can make that over time will imprint on your soul from a place of love? Ani l'dodi v'dodi li. I hope you feel a little uplifted after taking this in, and that you will engage in this practice during this very special month. Thank you for listening and for involving yourself in the spiritual path of engagement. and seeking out the deeper meaning that Judaism has for you. I'd like to know a little bit about you. Please email me at innerjudaism@gmail.com. If you've liked what you heard or you didn't, or any comments that you have to share, or any questions at all, I hope you'll revisit this podcast. Wishing you a glorious day and the ability to make this day better than yesterday.